Let's do activity number 1. This is self-compassion break. It's based on Dr. Chris Germer and Dr. Kristen Neff's work on self-compassion. They are the parents of self-compassion movement, so to speak. You can find self-compassion break on Kristen Neff's website as well. I'm going to give you a variation of self-compassion break. Let's say when you are going through something difficult and you don't have that much control over changing it right away. What do you really need? You need kindness, you need compassion, you need love. That's what we need. How about giving that to yourself? Open up your heart and look at yourself kindly. And guess what? We are not so used to being kind to ourselves. So, this is what I would like you to do. When you have quiet time, close your eyes and go through these 3 steps. Step number 1 is to be mindful of your difficulty. For that specific moment, don't run away from it, don't just brush it aside, but recognize this is really difficult for me. This chaos, uncertainty, grief, loss, anxiety, whatever it is that you're dealing with, pay attention to it. Be mindful of it. Place your hand on your heart area and allow yourself to recognize how hard it is. This is hard, this is difficult. Your mind may want to run away from the unpleasantness. That's the nature of our mind. But allow it to hover around the difficulty. It could be sense of betrayal, it could be anger. It's difficult. And now step number 2, common humanity. Recognize that you are not alone in this. I'm not alone. We are all in the same boat. Or sometimes a slight variation of this feels more real, like this is life. Personally, I find this is life to be immensely soothing, because you know that in life sometimes you do go through difficulties, but it changes. It doesn't stay the same. That's what it means to me. This is life. Let me go through it right now. This is life. Common humanity. This is life. There is no need to fall apart or take it too seriously. Yes, I feel it in my body too much. Maybe I feel a sense of dread in my body, but know that this is life. And step number 3, kindness. Offer kindness to yourself. If you feel a sense of dread in your body, try to relax your body and send kindness to that spot in the body. Know that this is going to change. I send you kindness. Say that to yourself. I send you kindness. I send you love. I know you're going through difficulty right now, but know that this will change at some point. Right now, it's okay. It's okay because this is life. Maybe you want to send a wish to yourself. May I look for resources? May I find resources to deal with this? Maybe at the moment you find yourself helpless or powerless, extremely difficult, but may I find resources? May I find my groove back? whatever it is that you need to know right now, like reality based, a resource. You may not find it right away, but just say that to yourself, may I find the resources. Give yourself softness, open your heart to yourself. This is not the time to self-blame or to be tough on yourself or to tell you what you should have done or how you are such a incompetent person. This is not the time. This is a time to say, may I look for resources. Three steps to be mindful of your pain, to know this is life, common humanity, and step number 3, to open yourself up with kindness to yourself and wish good resources, resource building for yourself. You deserve it. I'm going to give you another variation of this, which you can use right away. Self-compassion break, what we just practice, I suggest you keep practicing it maybe every night before you go to bed. Whatever you're going through, whether it is difficult or not, just recognize sometimes things can be difficult and practice self-compassion break. That way, when you are into difficulty, you can practice it or just say to yourself, this is humanity, just real quickly, and it will all come back to you. The kindness will come back to you. The slight variation that I'm suggesting is this. When you are feeling some difficulty, close your fists. Maybe your nails can go inside your skin, and it can be difficult and painful. Just pay attention to that pain and be mindful, and still do this. First, be mindful before trying to get out of this pain. And now open your fists up. There's a sense of relief. That's kindness. A sense of relief, like kindness. Yes, everything changes. There is sense of relief. And then you can extend your hands forward because it's common humanity. You're embracing everybody else and everything else where there is empathy. By everything else, I mean the humanity where there is empathy and common experiences. You are embracing all of them. You can do this in the middle of difficulty. Maybe take yourself away a little bit, away from that crowd or surroundings, and do this and see how you feel. Practice self-compassion break every day and you will see a big difference. And I'm saying this based on my own experience and many students who I have taught.